What's good? My name's OG Ozzy. I'm a rapper and I'm also a music marketer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that. Today, we are talking about why you should limit some of the content you put in your music videos. I'm talking drugs. I'm talking naked girls and boys. I'm talking just all the prohibited content because on YouTube, when you drop a music video, when you go to promote that, the best way to promote that music video is Google Ads. So, what we're going to do today is just review the Google Ads policies so that way you know what not to put in your next music video or why your music video may have been disapproved, why your music video may not be approved for Google Ads, or how you can get past those things. So I'm going to go ahead and move myself over just a wee bit and we're going to get into it. So right here I have advertising help policy or advertising policies help. These are the Google Ads policies. This is usually what your YouTube is going to be ran through. It's one of the best ways to run through it. They've got an overview right here. Basically, they want to support a healthy digital advertising ecosystem as well as be trustworthy and transparent of those who work, advertisers, and publishers. So they've got four pretty broad areas that we're going to go over: prohibited content, prohibited practices, restricted content and features, and editorial and technical standards. So we're going to do the first one: prohibited content. Counterfeit goods. You can't sell counterfeit goods, so don't even try it. Next thing, dangerous products or services. This is going to be very specific to your music videos. Recreational drugs, chemical or herbal, psychoactive substances, the equivalent to facilitate drug use, weapons, ammunition, explosive materials, fireworks, and instructions for making explosives and other harmful products are not allowed, and that includes tobacco products as well. Enabling dishonest behavior. I couldn't read that word for a second. So enabling dishonest behavior is essentially teaching hacking software, the way to cheat in academics, fake documents, ways to like inflate ads or website traffic. So basically just things that are very dishonest, inappropriate content that includes promoting hatred, intolerance, discrimination, violence, bullying of any kind, hate group paraphernalia, graphic crime scenes and images, cruelty to animals, self harm, anything that would get you banned from YouTube is essentially inappropriate content. All right. Another thing is prohibited practices are abusing the ad network. So basically, you can't use it to get people to click it and then they start manipulating your things. You don't want, you can't promote something that installs essentially malware, hacking, things that are gateways or bridges to somewhere else. Um, so if you have a link that leads to another link, it can't be used. Data collection, basically you shouldn't be advertising with personal things such as email addresses, mailing addresses, trying to get people's social securities, scamming essentially. You can't be scamming. All right. Misrepresentation of a product, of a brand, of something that you're doing, making unrealistic claims to weight gain or financial gain or uh, any kind of donations under false pretenses. This is also known as phishing. Um, so now we're going to talk about some restricted content and features. So you get a default ad treatment when you do have restricted content and features. That means that their system will automatically indicate and keep things away from people who are under 18. That includes sexual content. Um, that means that visible genitalia, breast, hooking up, anything like that, basically are examples of restricted uh, content. So essentially, like you could show a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but you don't want it to be like super sexual. Alcohol. So if you're selling alcohol, it really just depends on where you're based. But your alcohol related ads and content can't target minors in other countries that basically say you're not allowed to show or try to advertise alcohol. The next is copyright infringement. You all should know what this is. I shouldn't have to go over this, but essentially, if you're using somebody else's work, You cannot put it on Google Ads. You cannot promote gambling and gaming because there are a bunch of local laws that are going back and forth with that. Any gambling related ads are kind of allowed if it's allowed in your area, but they can't target minors, so that means no one under the age of 18. And you also have to have an AdWords certification to make sure that you aren't doing any kind of private lotteries or anything along those lines. Um, Healthcare and medicine, they want to make sure that all of this is basically approved. You just can't. Political content is restricted. Health and care and medicine is restricted. Financial services is restricted, such as like taxes and this and that. Uh, you don't want to really put trademarks in your videos. You don't, you know, essentially, make sure that your videos have great editorials to them. Make sure they have, don't use overly generic AdWords such as buy products here or gimmicky words such as free. Um, you don't want, you know, you want to make sure that everything you're doing looks professional. Your ad format really matters too. You want your format, the characters, and ad headline, the image size requirements, and file sizes, and video lanes, aspect ratios, all to be the right thing, or else it's probably going to get turned down too. But the biggest thing you need to take away from this is the prohibited content. No counterfeit goods. Do not promote guns, drugs, and basically straight up sex on your video. All right? Don't be scamming. Don't be robbing. It's pretty freaking easy. No inappropriate content that has to do with discrimination or violence. No violence. Keep the violence away. It's not that hard to make to make your videos interesting without all these things. It's so easy. It's so easy. So this has been it for today's industry gems. I've been having a time explaining this to artists. So, but just so you know, you can do it. You can do it. You can be creative without all of these different things. All right. So let's get it. All right. Like and subscribe. I'll be dropping another industry gem coming soon.